Hey there everyone, Oversoul here. Just wanted to come at you briefly while I had a few minutes before leaving for work today. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about my plans for the future here with the channel. I've been putting a lot of thought into this, and man, we've been going since, when did Soma come out? 2015? Technically, I've been doing live streams and stuff since before then, but that's when I considered the official start of my Let's Plays on this channel. And we've been going for a while. It's been over a decade at this point, and so many of you have been here since the beginning, and you've watched almost everything I've uploaded, and you've been such loyal viewers, and I appreciate you for that. Sky, Christina, Mythos, Dylan, I know that you guys have been here for forever and are a huge part of the channel and the foundations that were a part of it. Not to mention also people like Dalton, Ryan, my sister Carissa, Nick, my buddy Nick, who's the co-host of the podcast. You've all contributed to this channel in many different ways, whether it be watching things, being in things, just being a support that's been there since the beginning. I greatly appreciate all of you for that. So here's what I've come here to say. We're entering the final phase of this chapter of Oversoul Gaming. And what I mean by that is that I'm planning on retiring the Let's Plays. Not the channel entirely, just the Let's Plays. It's getting to a point finally where after all this time, I'm starting to get burnt out on it. I mean, it has been over a decade, to be fair. Between the amount of effort that goes into setting up for recording and then actually recording and then editing. And I find I love editing pre-recorded stuff. I just get so burnt out on it, because it's just so much work. As much as I enjoy it, that's always the hardest part. Recording is the easy part. It's when I go to edit these videos and I'm like, this is work. I gotta do this part now. And I know I could circumvent that just by live streaming, but to be honest, I'm not a big fan of it. I do live stream occasionally when it's justified, but for the most part, I don't know. I get self-conscious because I'm talking to people who are actually there live at the moment. It's way easier to just talk to a camera ahead of time like I'm doing now and let people watch it later. And plus I can't edit out, parts where I get lost and can't figure out what to do. I get easily distracted. It's just, there's a whole thing with live streams, and it's not for me. I've done them a few times, and I can continue to do them. It's just, for the most part, it's like, so. Anyways, though, I am planning on retiring the Let's Plays here eventually, but I'm not going to be retiring the whole channel. The channel will still stay up and still be used for different things. The podcast that I've been doing will still be hosted on this channel, at least the video version. The audio version can be found anywhere else, but the video version is only here. And I'll still be doing other things, like I'll still do my top 10 games of the year list every year and the contest that goes with it. I'll still do occasional gameplay videos, and I might still do something here and there with commentary, maybe some reviews, who knows. But for the most part, I think, and I might still occasionally do a Let's Play here and there, but for the most part, I'm going to be stepping back from that being my regular content here eventually. But not yet. Not yet. There's some things that need to be done first. So first of all, Reactions and Highlights is currently at episode 28. There's one more episode, 29, which will be episode 9 of season 2. And then episode 30 will be the finale of the entire series. Episode 30 will be the final episode of Reactions and Highlights, period. Much like the season 1 finale, the season 2 finale will be a highlight reel of all the best moments from season 2. So I'll pick all the funniest clips from each episode of season 2 and put them together in a compilation, and that'll be a live premiere. It'll be a live streamed premiere that we can watch together and comment and chat like we did for the season 1 finale and season 2 premiere. So we'll have the live series finale for reactions and highlights, and it's going to be a good one. There was some great moments in season 2, but there's still one more episode to get out before that. On the other thing I want to make sure I do is I want to finish the entire Danganronpa franchise before I retire the Let's Plays, because there are some of you who are watching that and genuinely enjoying it, and we're going to finish it. So we're currently on Danganronpa Extra Episode Ultra Despair Girls. After that is Danganronpa 2. And then after that is the anime, where I can't show you the whole anime, obviously. You're going to have to go watch that on your own. But the anime is Danganronpa 3. There's an anime, Danganronpa 3. It has the Despair arc, which is a prequel to the series, and the Future arc, which is a sequel to the series. So it's both a prequel. The Danganronpa 3 anime has 2 seasons, and one season is the beginning of the entire story, and the other season is the end of the entire story. So there's that, and then after that, there's one more game. Well, I should probably explain how I'm going to handle the anime. I am going to do a video about it. Obviously, I can't sit here and upload whole episodes of the anime, but I'm going to do a recap video that will also list all of the deaths that happen in the anime, and it'll be edited similar to Dead Meat's kill counts. You know, I tried my hands at a CinemaSins style video, now I'm going to try my hands at a Dead Meat style video, specifically for that. Just that one time. For that. And then the final game in the series is called Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony, and it has nothing to do with the rest of the series besides sharing a name with it. It's kind of an alternate reality story, but I'll explain more when we get there. But it is still an interesting part. It is still part of the franchise, so we're still going to play it. You know, it's still sort of canonical, so we're still going to play it. So basically, that's my goal. Finish reactions and highlights, finish Danganronpa, and then of course finish the few Let's Plays I've been working on. I just got done recently recording an entire series Let's Play for a game called Still Wakes the Deep. It's a horror game that takes place on an oil rig with some John Carpenter's The Thing meets H.P. Lovecraft type vibes. So we're going to play that. We're going to do Let's Play of that. Going to finish putting out episodes of Oxenfree 2. And I'm sure I can find a few more horror games to squeeze in here and there. There's a great one coming out later this year called Zoocosis, I think it's called, where a parasite is turning... You work at a zoo, and a parasite is turning a bunch of animals into weird body horror monsters, like a giraffe growing like spider legs, for example, or a kangaroo whose pouch is like a mouth that can eat you. So, yeah. So we're going to play that, as well as a few other things, and I'm hoping to get Sky into a Let's Play at least once before we finish. I'm hoping that the next Dark Pictures game, or Little Nightmares 3, or something like that comes out in enough time that we can do a Let's Play together before that happens. And I've been hoping to get my good buddy Mythos in on something too. I think he's going to join me and Nick for a podcast episode at some point once we can get that all figured out. So hopefully these things can both happen before I retire the Let's Plays, so that way I can get those two in the next reactions and highlights. I would like that to happen before it's too late, but we'll see. It's all about the timing. But on that note, things are going great with Sky. Our relationship continues to flourish, and we're really happy together. So that's kind of, that's the other thing too. I'm working a lot lately, and then if I have free time at night, I'm usually spending that time online with her, playing games, watching movies and stuff, because we don't get to see each other because we're states apart, so we try to spend as much time as we can together online playing games and stuff. And yeah, it's just been harder and harder to not only find the time to squeeze in all of these different like recording sessions and editing videos and stuff lately. Not only has it been harder and harder to find the time, but also the motivation and energy to do so, because I'm burnt out from work, and So yeah, I feel like as I get older, I just don't really have it in me anymore. You guys gotta remember, I'm about to be 35 coming up here soon, and that's not old or anything, you know. I think Markiplier's around my age, and he's still doing this shit, but, you know, he got a good leg in the doorway in the beginning. It's an actual job for him, so the motivation's there. Uh, for me, like, for me, it's the complete opposite problem. If anything, the interaction with my content has gone significantly downhill over the years. I've lost so many people who used to be very consistent, loyal viewers that just disappeared off the face of the earth. I've got some crazy stalker subscribe to me specifically to click the dislike button on every single thing I upload because they're weirdly obsessed with me, or I live in their head rent free and they can't get over it. I don't know what the hell their problem is. They need therapy, though, is definitely. Anyone who does that shit needs therapy bad. Um, and, you know, even the people who normally are extremely loyal viewers, even they've starting to kind of fall off a little bit recently. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. I don't blame myself either. I think it's just like the shifting, it's the tides of change shifting throughout time. It's just how things are, you know. Post-COVID and pre-COVID are two different things, let's be honest here. You know, and stuff has shifted. You know, I've noticed that these days, nobody has energy anymore. Nobody's, you know, everyone's enthusiasm is very lacking. You know, it's just everyone's kind of meh now, you know. And I think that kind of reflects in people's motivation to actually care about anything. So that doesn't help either. But also, I know people have been super busy and yada yada. I know there are some of you who are like, oh, there's so many things that I want to watch. I just haven't had the time. Well, good news. Once I finally retire the Let's Plays, you'll have all the time in the world to watch all the things before. I know for some people it feels like, I want to watch these things, but he keeps uploading stuff like every day. And then sometimes he'll go a week without uploading anything. And then he'll upload like 3 things in one day. You know? Shit like that. And I get it. That can be a little, you know. But yeah, that's the other thing too. I have a sporadic upload schedule because I can't actually like dedicate myself to anything concrete due to how sporadic my work schedule is. That's not concrete. You know, and I find myself, these podcast episodes I've been recording with Nick, I'd like to get them out a little earlier than I do. I'm usually way behind on getting them out past my planned date, and that's because of everything I've said before. I'm trying to also edit these Let's Plays and get them out there, and editing all of these half-hour and hour-long Let's Plays, and then going and editing like a 2.5-hour podcast on top of it is fucking time-consuming and draining. So I realized that I'm spending a lot of my free time editing stuff, and I'm like, oh god, I'm going to work only to come home and do more work. You know, I'm not giving myself enough self-care, enough self-time. I'm putting too much time into this, and I'm seeing diminishing returns in the process. The amount of effort that I'm putting into it is not being reflected in the amount of effort people are putting into watching it. So I don't know. I've been watching the numbers. I try not to think about that too much, but I think it's about time to start being a little more realistic here and realize that maybe it's time to kind of put this behind me and move on to different things. But the thing is, I don't want to put it entirely behind me because I like doing stuff like this. I like recording video games. I have like a weird obsession with recording stuff, so that part's fun. You know, I still want to make music videos. I still want to do top 10 lists. I still want to do reviews. I still want to do the podcast. It's just the Let's Plays themselves that I'm going to have to pull back on here soon eventually because it's just getting to be a lot. It's just getting to be too much. I'm suffocating here. So, but it's not happening anytime soon. There's going to be plenty of time, and I know I've gone through phases like this before where I've said this, but you can quote me on this. This time I'm 100% serious. I have a plan in mind. Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony is going to be the last Let's Play on this channel. And I am going to... I have plans. I have all kinds of stuff. There's going to be like a big extravagant finale video that I do. bidding fond farewell, bon voyage to the Let's Plays. And once that's out, that'll be the shift into the new focus of this channel. I might even rebrand. Who knows? We'll see. Might change the name of the channel even. We'll see what happens. Maybe not, because it'll still be mostly gaming focused. But again, we'll see. But over the next couple of years, expect the Let's Plays to fizzle out and be done. I have a plan for it. After episode 30, there'll be no more reactions and highlights. After Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony, there'll be no more Let's Plays. But it's going to be a while, because we still have to finish Ultra Despair Girls, and then we got Danganronpa 2, and then the anime, and then that one. It's going to be a while. These are like 40-hour games. So just bear with me. So this ending the Let's Plays thing isn't happening now, but it will be happening within the next couple of years. I just wanted to get that prepared. I just wanted to let y'all know that I am beginning. This is the beginning of the part where we're starting to phase them out. We're at the beginning of the end now. We have started the final chapter of the Oversoul Gaming Let's Play saga. This is it. After this chapter's finished, we're closing the book. And I'm 100% serious this time. There's no... I'm not going to change my mind, because I can tell I'm not going to change my mind this time, because I'm getting less, and like, it's getting harder and harder for me to actually get the motivation to sit down and edit these videos. It's just not really hitting me the way it used to. It doesn't hit the same. It hits different now. Now it feels more like it's not as fun as it used to be, especially because I'm not seeing any, I'm not reaping the benefits of my efforts here at all. I'm not seeing anything on the numbers end or the audience end to really motivate me to want to keep going. And that's not a stab at anybody who watches or anything. I am not blaming the audience. I am not saying, oh, it's your fault for not watching more. It's your fault for not commenting more. It's your fault for not clicking the like button. That's not what I'm saying at all. If anything, it's YouTube's fault because of the way they keep changing rules and how algorithms work. So because algorithms are so cutthroat, and because I do such varying content, and because some of my content is demonetized because of the nature of the content, and I refuse to censor horror games, and because there's a stalker clicking dislike on all my videos, that hurts the algorithm, and it makes it so that my videos don't appear in recommended. They get hidden. YouTube is hiding them because it thinks they're low quality and doesn't want anyone to see them. So no one will ever see them, so the numbers will never go up. In fact, there's people subscribed to me that don't even know when I upload videos sometimes, because YouTube keeps turning off the bell. They'll have the bell ring so they get notifications, and then YouTube will go and turn it off without them knowing. Then they'll come look at my channel. They'll see there's like 7 things that I uploaded that they didn't even know about. So it's starting to really not feel worth it anymore, if I'm being honest. Like, I'm putting in a lot of effort for nothing. And I still enjoy this, but I'm not enjoying it as much as I used to. My heart's just not in it the way that it used to be. So it makes more sense for me to just kind of wrap it up, And I know that that's sad to some of you, but hey, we had a good time, all right? It's been a long, long journey. 2015, think about that. It's been... Actually, no, 2014, so it has been a decade. I said over a decade, but no, it's been a decade. It's been a decade. 2014, actually, I think, is when it started, but either way, it's been long enough, okay? We've been doing this for a while, and I appreciate, those of you who have been there since the beginning and seen, me go through the ups and the downs, the good and the bad, this and that come and go. You saw me go through all kinds of different ideas and experiments, and you held on and stayed the whole time, and you are awesome for that, and I greatly appreciate you. So I hope to see those same people there at the end who were there at the beginning. I hope that those of you who were there for the beginning and are still here now will be there for the end too, and that you'll be there for the finale, you'll be there for the live premiere of Reactions and Highlights episode 30. We're going to finish this together. And then I hope even after that you'll stick around and see what else I do. You know, maybe you might be interested in the podcast. Maybe you might be interested in some movie reviews or the gameplay videos I upload. I'm still going to do cinematic playthroughs of stuff and make them look like movies, like I did with The Last of Us Part 2 and Kingdom Hearts. So, you know, on my alternate channel I did Kingdom Hearts, not on this one, but, you know. So, hey, who knows? Stick around. You might see some cool stuff like that, too. But anyways, that's it for this little update video. Just wanted to let y'all know what my plan is. And no takesy backsies this time. This time we're for real. It's 100%. Yeah. Even I can tell that the quality of my content has declined, and that's just because I haven't really given a shit as much anymore. At this point, when I'm editing these videos, I'm just kind of like skipping through and making sure there's no errors, and then just being like, all right, cool, done. I haven't really put in the effort to sit there and watch the whole thing from beginning to end and put in like funny face zooms and shit like I used to, because I just don't have that motivation anymore. So I did for some things, like Bendy in the Dark Revival, because that's a fun one for the kids, but for the most part, it's just kind of like bleh, whatever, you know. So, yeah, all good things must come to an end eventually, and this one will too. But not for a while. It's probably going to take at least another year before I can get to the end of the Danganronpa franchise, because that shit's long, and there'll be other Let's Plays in between that too. But that is my plan eventually. But for now, continue to enjoy the continuing content, because we're not ending yet. It's going to be a while, but I just wanted to let you all know that it is coming. It is coming sometime within the next year or two, 100%. This time, it is happening. So, but that'll be then. For now, look forward to more episodes of Danganronpa Ultra Despair Girls and Oxenfree 2 in the near future. And look forward to the rest of the Danganronpa franchise, because we are going to at least finish that. At least that, before we end this Let's Play thing. So, alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the comments. Bye-bye for now.